I'm working on a project called the UrbanTruths, where I interview people to better understand the truth and what reality is out here. I don't think it's stupid. I really appreciate you sharing your story. Do you remember how it felt the first time? Was it a good experience or a bad experience?
You know, I used to smoke a lot of weed and stuff like that with my medical marijuana card. I started using for the first time. I actually smoked a fentanyl pill, a blue. So, you know, the smoke, it didn't burn as bad and stuff, probably because of, my lungs being used to smoking and stuff already. You know, it wasn't like I couldn't have stopped right then, because I definitely could have. I wasn't, deep into anything or anything like that yet. I should have stopped right then, but I didn't. And then, but I do remember, just feeling like it was easier to sleep because it makes you really tired, relaxes your body. And I remember it being a lot easier to sleep, especially whenever I was really stressed out and wasn't sleeping well prior to that. And also, something really weird is that I stopped having seizures whenever I started using fentanyl. I don't know why, but before I was having anywhere between 5 to 8 seizures a month. Now I've had 2 seizures this year, and we're almost at the very end of December, and that's literally the only thing that's changed. And the times that I have had those seizures was whenever I wasn't using anything and was starting to go through the withdrawal process.
Reflecting on danger and survival, what's the most dangerous situation you faced out here as a woman?
I would definitely say, as a woman, the most dangerous situation that I faced out here. There is a guy in the area around here who I've woken up to him being nearby me, really close to me, staring at me about 5 times now this year. I wish I could just say it was just some creep just staring at me, and that would be scary enough. My best friend out here, he actually passed away, but him and I were sleeping at one of the businesses in the area, and I remember that he had woke me up, frantic, telling me to hurry up and get my things and to pull up my pants, and that we had to hurry up and go, and that he's going to tell me everything right now. And I had started, freaking out, of course, just like I think anyone would, but that guy had actually started pulling down my pants, my pajama pants, because they're easier, to move in general. He had started pulling down my pants on the left side, not to where I was, naked or anything like that, but I had to, pull my pants back up on the left side. And whenever my best friend had woken up, he said that that guy was standing over me with his cell phone in his hand, and then that whenever he seen my best friend waking up, that he told him, "Oh my gosh, there's just some creep here pulling down your girl's pants." So I called the cops, which wasn't at all true. He definitely didn't call the cops, and he definitely didn't see anyone else there. And I ended up catching him, staring at me after that time, and being really nearby me and nearby my area and stuff. Because at that point I didn't even know what he looked like or that anything like that was happening. But that's definitely the scariest thing that I've went through out here in general. It's disgusting and horrible. It never, escalated to anything worse than that, luckily for me. But I also don't sleep alone, ever. So it's someone that's, brave enough to feel like they can do that even when there's a whole group of people sleeping and stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely scary, and I appreciate you for telling me your story. It takes courage to go through something like that, and then it takes even more courage to speak about it. So you said that your best friend had passed away. What was your best friend's name?
Ryan.
Ryan.
But everyone out here called him Too Tall.
Too Tall. So Ryan Too Tall. What would you say to Ryan if he was standing in front of you right now?
I was actually thinking about him a lot today, and I'd probably just apologize, because, there's a lot that I feel is wrong about the way that he passed away. And, I was thinking about him a lot today, because it will be his family's first Christmas without him. So, I was thinking about his family and just hoping that they're, doing the best that they can. I know they're not okay, obviously, but, doing the best that they can.
And how did Ryan pass away?
I was actually the one who had found him whenever he passed away. Whenever you find someone on the ground like that out here that uses drugs, you immediately think overdose. I tried really hard to Narcan him, which is just an overdose reversal drug. I Narcaned him a few times whenever I had found him, but he was already gone, unfortunately. And so, my very first thought was he was acting, not himself for sure. And it was all the things that went along with heat exhaustion, including his body temperature whenever they found him for how long he had been gone. His body temperature was still really high, so, heat exhaustion or heat stroke, something along those lines. And they even thought at the hospital that it was an aneurysm or something along those lines, because your brain starts having permanent damage whenever it gets above a certain temperature.
Okay.
And he was well past that temperature, so they thought it was something like an aneurysm or something like that to do with his brain. But just a few months ago, they actually said that it was a homicide, and that it was blunt force trauma to the back of the head is the actual reason why.
So they believe that he was murdered.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that, and I'm sorry you had to go through that. There's one question I didn't ask you that I should have asked you earlier. How old are you?
I'm 26.
You're 26 years old. So you graduated high school in 2016?
Yeah.
2016, okay. So 1-6. When you were in high school, did you guys chant that 1-6?
Football games and stuff like that. More our mascot and stuff.
Okay. So how do you stay safe while living on the streets? So tell me, you like to stay in groups and you sleep with other people. Do you carry weapons? How do you defend yourself out here?
I did have a taser, which I actually really liked, and I'm trying to earn some money with the sign and stuff to get another one, because I never even used it on anyone, but just having it made me feel better. Other than like that, just pocket knives and stuff like that, and bear mace, or those things are all pretty cheap and things that I can easily keep on me and do keep on me, just for either the times that I am alone, or if I ever am in a situation where I would need to use them. You never know. I feel like as soon as I get rid of them, because I feel like I don't need them, will be exactly whenever I needed them.
So bear mace, a taser, and a pocket knife.
Yeah.
Are you out here all the time?
Yeah.
Okay, so I see Sebastian a lot, but this is going to go online. We're going to get you a taser, a pocket knife, or mace. Which one would you prefer?
I really want another taser.
A taser.
I really, it's easy to keep in your pocket, and it's not something that, people might see the pocket knife or the bear mace and feel, immediately like, like threatened or, question why I have those, and like so easily viewable and stuff. And the taser, it just made me feel the safest.
Okay. Well, we're definitely going to get you that. We're going to see if the donors can donate to get you a taser. If not, we'll take care of it. Personal reflections, pulling the deeper truths. What do you think about when you're alone?
I think lately what I've thought about most whenever I've been alone has been, my best friend, Too Tall. I think about him often. But mostly lately I've just been, thinking about if I'm happier now, or if I was happier, 3 years ago, before everything started happening, of course. And how I could find myself, a situation where I'm the happiest without having to deal with the major struggles that I deal with right now.
Do you think this is where your life was meant to be, or do you feel like something went wrong?
No, I definitely feel like something went wrong.